Time to go for a quick run. I am going to take this camera and mount it to my chest so that I can two birds with one stone. Alright, talk to you in a bit. So since today is designated an easy day, I am basically approaching this run while trying to minimize the heart rate so that I can work only on my base zone and build a good aerobic base from this workout. And I'm a little distracted because check that out. Absolutely gorgeous. There's almost nothing better than running when it's like 55, 60 degrees out like it is now. Like, I took my sweatshirt for this run just to like ward off that initial cold, but you know, this is like prime temperature if you want to be like training in your aerobic zone. But I'll check in with you guys after. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'm having a good time this run. Just finished up my 4-mile run at my easy pace. Just walking home now. It was a really nice night. I'll probably stitch together all the footage from this run and, you know, let you guys watch that. And if I'm smart, I'll put this at the beginning of the video and stitch everything else after so that you don't have to watch me running unless you want to. But so the goal today was 4 miles, keeping my low aerobic zone, so below 155 for me, and holding that for the duration of the run so that I get impact on my aerobic base. But that's pretty much that, and talk to you tomorrow. What's up, everybody? Just wanted to check in again after this run. I didn't realize how short the footage would end up being after editing, so I wanted to give a little bit more context since we have the time. I know not many people watch past like the 5-minute mark yet, but for those of you who want to learn a little bit more, this is for you. So, like, the main goal, as I mentioned in the video of this workout, was aerobic base building. And lately, I've been putting more of a focus on my aerobic base building just because it's technically the off season for triathlon. So, in order to actually like get faster over the long distance, you have to put in a pretty good mix of aerobic base building and speed work. So one of the best depictions of this from what I've seen on social media or online or in any literature is from Dr. Peter Attia. So I'm just going to draw this out for you, and hopefully this shows well on the camera. So, on the horizontal axis here, I draw a line that represents your zone 2 work or your aerobic base building. And this line represents the speed work that you'll be doing. So, when thinking about VO2 max, the key impact is going to be more a factor of the area that this triangle will make. And so if you have a very extensive zone 2 base, but absolutely no speed, then the area within the triangle is going to be very small. And conversely, if you have a large or a very narrow base right here and a large or a high speed, think of like a really fast sprinter but that gets winded, your fitness is also going to be severely limited. So if we're looking at total fitness and in terms of VO2 max, how much volume of oxygen your body can process during a high effort, what you really want to do is you want to have a very good aerobic base right here, or base, and then you also want to put sufficient speed work in there to increase your threshold. So if you think about this as like the speed threshold, that's what we're looking at. So hopefully that helps you visualize what you're doing when you're building your fitness or contributing to your VO2 max. You're really balancing these two factors. When you're in a race season, it's kind of difficult to put a lot of effort on both of those factors or both of those variables in a single time, and that's why like the off season can be really good for athletes to focus on their weak points. Having finished 2 Ironman now, or Ironman triathlons now, my zone 2 base is pretty good, but I don't have too much speed, and I definitely don't have too much speed over the long distance, and that's why I'm focusing both on speed and aerobic base building in this off season. I don't know what the reason is, but my cycling VO2 max is much better than my running VO2 max, and that's another key reason why I'm like really focusing on my running in this off season. So like, you probably noticed like I bike maybe twice a week at most, while I'm running like 3 to 4 days a week. So just keep that in mind if you're trying to create your own training plan around like your weak points and where you want to improve for the following year. If you want to see the type of improvement that like I've made in like a short period of time, thinking like approximately 30 weeks, so from January 1st until Ironman Lake Placid for me was a 30-week training cycle. If you want to see exactly what I did for that 30 weeks to get from a 16:38 Ironman to a 13:51 Ironman, which is like a substantial improvement. I'm right now writing a training plan, or writing out the training plan that I followed to get those results. So I don't know if anyone has any interest in that, but I'll be writing that out and producing that as a document to share with you guys if you're interested. But let me know in the comments what you think, and I will continue to work on that. Technically, since I'm building my brand right now and building up this channel along with my Instagram, that's going to be really the first extremely valuable thing that I can offer to the people who follow me. Like, I'm still an athlete and I'm still improving, and I'm aiming to improve another substantial leap until my next Ironman. But I don't want to forget about what type of training and what type of progress I made up until this point and how I got there. So I recognize that a lot of people are seeking to do their first Ironman, or they've done one and they want to like make a insane growth to their next Ironman to kind of be viewed as intermediate, middle of the pack, and that's where I am right now. So that's pretty much who this plan is for. Like I said, it's not done yet, and I'll be releasing it soon, and it'll be available on my website once I have everything up and running. But I am trying to gauge interest for those in my audience. Now, if it's not something you'd be interested in, then I'm just happy to, share free content with you and teach you how to make your own plan so that, one, you can do your first Ironman or first major race for you, whether it's an Ironman, marathon, a century ride, which is a 100-mile bike ride, or whatever you're looking at, or if you just find this channel entertaining for whatever reason. But again, let me know in the comments if you like this. Subscribe. It's really reassuring to see how many people have been subscribing lately, and I am happy to keep this momentum of posting every day and just sharing my journey to this next Ironman and then everything else that I'm doing. And hopefully you don't mind that everything else that I'm doing includes my career, includes my new endeavors for building this personal brand and what comes along with that. So yes, that'll be digital products and stuff like that, but I want to limit the digital products to things that'll help people in this space specifically Ironman centered, specifically people in the beginner to intermediate range of triathlon. My goal is really to give you all the complete and total package of base knowledge that you would need to do your own first Ironman. And it's an expensive sport. Like, for perspective, for me to develop this plan, through experience over that 30-week period, cost me like $1,600. So I was paying coaches like $200 a month for 8 months. So $1,600 just to get this plan that I'm writing up now. And then, all the lessons learned from the past like 4 years in the sport too. I'm going to be trying to document all of those, and just like, it's going to be an iterative process. Like, when I first offer this thing, it's not going to be the 100% product. It's probably going to be the whole plan. Like, the training plan is going to be 100%, but what I want to do, or what my vision is for this training plan that I'm going to offer people, is it's not just going to be like you bought it once and like good luck with the plan, but I plan to make it more valuable over time as I receive feedback and questions from people who purchase it. And as I'm getting like questions and filtering out frequently asked questions and seeing if I do or don't cover it clearly enough in the body of the plan, then I'm going to be, editing and updating and pushing out even more refined versions of this in steps. So there's going to be an initial release of the plan that's probably going to be priced around like, $49, $50, which is substantially less than I paid for it, the $1,600. And then over time, I'm going to just increase that value and not change the price unless it's like becoming a major hit. Then the people who bought it are going to get it for, like, they're just going to keep getting pushed the updated version. But the people who haven't bought in yet, my idea is once this turns into like a full book, or a full like Bible, so to speak, of Ironman triathlon, like beginner to intermediate, and even maybe advanced as I start to progress down that path, then people are going to have to start paying a little bit more for that information. But yeah, that's that's what I'm working on. Let me know what you think. Hopefully it's not hopefully it doesn't dissuade any of you from following, but I'd love your support. This is like a big vision of mine, a dream of mine that I've been working on or thinking about for the past like few years, and now like finally executing on it. So it's an exciting time for me, and I'm happy you're here with me. Hopefully you enjoy the ride.